I'm Cleve.
And welcome to the Cleve and Steve Show.
A show that we hope to entertain and educate.
Anyway, we write books.
We write books.
And besides writing books, we wanted to do some shows where we talk about writing books, but not so much like how to, but just the creative process and hopefully, like he said, entertain.
Entertain, entertain. We want to first tell you a little bit about ourselves and how we got started writing, because we figure there might be some out there who are would-be writers.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have you told someone, like a coworker or something, that, I've written a book, I've got a book out, I've got a few books out, and they're like, I would like to write a book. I mean, it's happened to me quite a few times.
More times than I can slap my thigh.
And what do you tell them?
David Winter Mysteries. Flypaper soup is a page turner.
I tell them the only way to write a book is to
Write a book, right.
It's to write.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's more work than people think. Everyone thinks, well, so much has happened in my life that I could write a book.
And basically, writing doesn't become work until the editing process anyway. I like to write. I mean, that's the fun part of it, is creating a world and being part of it, and it's all coming out of your head. And unless you sit down and really get into it, you'll never experience what we're about to tell you, and that is that the books usually write themselves.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Yeah, and for me, I always wrote, but I never wrote an actual book. I'd write short things. And how it started with me was a short thing that turned into a book, if that makes any sense. I mean, the first book I published was an autobiography called I Was a Drummer, She Was a Dancer. And Cleve and I went to high school together, but we didn't really know each other. We got into contact just a few years ago, and he read that book. And
I got in trouble at the principal's office the first time I saw him. He was making copies at a copier.
I was doing something in there, yeah, I don't remember, but
I got swat.
I don't remember him, but he remembers me, kind of weird thing. But for me, the first book I wrote was an autobiography, which is kind of weird, but that's what happened. And anyway, then I met up with Cleve, and he suggested some things, and he said, like, he gave me an exercise. It was like write 500 words by Wednesday. 500 words is nothing. Write 500 words by
nothing.
Here's your topic: flirty women.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big...
And next thing you know, Chase the Rabbit was born.
I wrote a short story that turned into a book, and there's going to be 5. I've got 4 written, and the 5th one I'm working on. So yeah, you're talking about 250,000 words.
Yeah, it's a lot of words.
From 50.
Some of the words I can't even pronounce.
Right. Anyway,
It's a great series.
He suggested that, so I've got to give him kudos for that. And you've got about 100,000 books out, right?
Yeah, I've got 1 book out a month for every day I was born. No,
Pretty much.
actually, I have 22 books out.
Okay.
And some of those are full novels, some of those are novelettes, some of those are what I consider really good. Some of them are just kind of, eh. But you know, I love all of my children, just like I love my real children, because they came out of me and they're part of me.
Yeah, I think, again, that it's a lot more, I say work, it's a lot more work than people realize. And if not work, commitment and time. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of it's time.
It's being committed.
Yeah, right.
Russell Blake, a good friend of ours, said that you have to have diligence,
Yeah,
dedication,
yeah.
and
A lot of tequila.
a lot of tequila. But yeah, a lot of tequila works.
Yeah,
Or
that-
beer,
that guy-
or wine.
That guy's written so many books, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he is amazing. He is amazing. He's on the New York Times bestseller list, and he didn't start writing, but not too long ago. To see what you could do, if you sat down and started writing, you could be another Russell Blake. You could be another Nick Russell, or another George Ware, or a Shellen De La Rosa,
Or a Colleen Hoover.
or a Colleen Hoover.
Or
Is that how you pronounce her name? Hoover?
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 Pretty sure.
She's not a vacuum. She
Come on.
doesn't suck.
Yeah, no, she
She's
doesn't.
really good.
She's very
She's
good.
really good.
Yeah, she is.
Or you could be like another friend of ours, Debbie Mumford. She wrote this book called Pause.
Yes.
And
Look at that.
it's about a cat, or it's about a woman who turns into a cat. I can't tell you a whole lot about it because I don't want to give it away, but it's available at Amazon. She's a great person. She's a great writer. You need to check this out.
Yeah.
And she didn't start writing but too long ago either.
Yeah, she's very cool. And I don't have his book to put up there, but maybe you can drop it in later when we edit shit.
We can do that.
Right. But Robert C. Thomas, another friend of ours, not related to me, but Robert C. Thomas. And
I thought he was your brother.
he pretty much is.
Second cousin?
Pretty much, no relation.
No, okay.
No relation at all. Yep, cool as hell. He's from Ohio.
Nephew?
Not related
Not related.
at all.
Okay.
Although
Not related.
it seems like it, yeah. Check him out, Amazon. All you got to do is Google, whatever, Amazon, Robert C. Thomas. Free book is The Dream Valley.
Oh, it's a great book.
The Dream Valley. And
This-
then Star Eagle 6. It's not free, I think it's like $3 or $4.
Yeah, he's a great author. He writes some amazing stuff.
You know, I mean, when I was first starting out writing, and I got fortunate enough to get into a group with some people like him, he helped me out tremendously because I was like writing in first person, and I knew there was a problem or a way to do that where you could have pitfalls. And he sent me a story, a short story called Lily, and it's unbelievable story, and it's amazing. Lily, I'll never forget that. Thank you, Robert. Thanks, Brother Bob.
Hey, I thought you said he wasn't related.
Yeah, right. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is it. About knocks the rag off the bush for this show. My name's Steve.
My name's Cleve, and it's time to throw the toilet paper in the hole, and let's get on out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
to borrow any dough. We didn't come to borrow any trouble. We just stopped in to say hello. Oh, hello to you, Mr. Benny. Please don't think that we are hammy. We just stopped in from Alabama. We just stopped in to say hello. Oh boy, you said it. We just stopped in to say hello. And don't forget it. We just stopped in to say hello. And I'm hello. Hello.
Goodbye.